hottest tech jobs that exist out there today is that of a data engineer. You should consider it if this is your path, or if this isn't your path. If you're looking to get into tech, consider that of a role of a data engineer. At the end of the day, we do what we do so that we can make the money that we want to make, so that we can get the things that we want to get or do the things that we want to do. Has nothing to do with your passions or anything like that. Take your feelings out of it. You want to live a certain lifestyle, you go towards the positions that are going to pay you the money and give you the skills that you need so that you can build something for yourself. It's no different than you choosing a trade. It's going to give you a lifelong skills. And if you're choosing a career in tech, it should give you lifelong skills, fundamentals. You can leverage those skills to do whatever you want in your career. Data engineering is the hottest new tech job that's out there, guys. We're going to talk about it because they're getting paid $200,000. Damn! Companies hire data engineers to make sure all data ends up in a usable format. It's one of the highest paying roles in big data, but it requires a more comprehensive skill set. Here's what top tech companies pay for data engineers based on information from 2021. When a person opens nearly any app, they're hit with highly personalized ads or recommendations. But while it seems like magic, those advertisements are actually powered by a complex network of pipes, often precariously taped together. The experience is generated from the thousands of data points, and a company has to describe the user's behavior. And that's all maintained by the plumbers of the data world, data engineers. This is before the billions here. This is before the billions. A data engineer. And the responsibilities of a data engineer can vary widely depending on the role. It entails everything from sales data for retail analysts to information on internal operations, but the end mission is to ensure all a company's incoming data is in the right place and readable. Companies like Snowflake, Databricks, or Amazon couldn't exist without data engineers. And that makes it one of the better paid jobs in tech. When applying for H-1B visa on behalf of foreign workers, companies are required to submit a salary. We already know that, right? Based on the lower end of more than 10,000 visas that they looked at in 2021, the average salary for entry-level data engineers is $117,000. Damn! Guys, I'm gonna tell you like this. The average salary for entry data engineers is $117,000. Damn! Senior level data engineers earn $133,000. Managers earn $158,000, and directors earn $178,000 a year. Damn! Now, what is it that data engineers have to understand? Data engineers generally have to understand programming languages like Java and Python, in addition to the nuts and bolts of the data lakes and data warehouses. That includes knowing their way around the data processing like Spark, Hive, and Hadoop, as well as the data analysis and integration tools like Perfect or Airflow. Guys, I'm gonna tell you like this. To become a data engineer, you probably wanna have a good understanding of data in general, data analysis. A lot of people get into data engineering after they become a data analyst. In my Patreon, I just gave people access, or my Patreon members, access to Google professional certificates in data analysis. 8 courses. This would cost people hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands. My Patreon members have access to it if they're a professional or premium member. This is an entry-level way to get and to become a data engineer. It's a way that you can become a data engineer. Insider compile annual salaries for the roles that contain at least 10 entries, but exact salaries may vary based on the location and so forth. Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon. Amazon's pays the lowest for the entry-level roles at $100,000. Damn! Hey, I'll tell you this. Based on inflation, $100,000 still is a good amount of money. It's not a lot of money, but it is a good amount of money. You may have to cut back on your stuff. You know, you driving back and forth, but it's still a good amount of money. And entry level at that. Data engineer 1, 100,000. Data engineer 2, 131,000. Just imagine coming out of college making $100,000 right away. This may be the path that I would take if I was coming out of college at this point in time, looking at this number or at these numbers. Data engineer 1, $100,000. Walmart. Let's talk about Walmart. Walmart pays $112,000 for entry-level data engineers. Senior data engineers, $136,000. PayPal, they pay $128,000 for data engineers. Senior, $153,000. Visa, they pay $131,000 for data engineers. Blocks, also used to be, what's the name of the company? Square. They pay $134,000 a year for data engineers. These are entry-level salaries for people coming out of school. DoorDash, $174,000. Now, this is more of a senior role, but data engineering coming out of school, $134,000 for DoorDash. That's a lot of money, guys. Cisco, $137,000. Non-senior data engineers make $150,000 a year at Apple. When you're thinking about your career and you're thinking about your change in tech, again, think about where is it that you want to go. Think about what kind of money it is that you want to make. Don't just say, I want to get into tech and get into, potentially IT support. If you want to get into IT support, that is fantastic. No, that's your entryway to someplace else. I love IT support. It's a fantastic career, and you can make a good career out of it. But if that's your long-term game, you need to shoot for something higher. Shoot for something higher. There's steps that you need to take along the way. There's journeys that you need to take along the way to make a certain amount of money. And as I coach individuals in the tech space, I often have to remind them how much money they want to make 5 years, 10 years down the line. What is the vision of the lifestyle that they want to have? Are they going to have kids? Do they want to have a boat? Do they want to have a house? Do they want to have rental properties? All that stuff costs money, especially now. So look for the tech careers that are going to pay you a lot of money, and data engineering is one of them. Data engineering is one of them. All right, guys, I'm done with this topic on data engineering.